We're entering into another colossal month full of drama, surprises, turmoil, and major shifts. August's moon cycle is quite fiery and furry. It's critical for all of us to really level up our game on this earth and get real with yourself. My name is Masami Covey. I'm a health intuitive, functional nutritional therapist, and a moon enthusiast. I lead women in rediscovering the wisdom of living with the lunar cycles during and beyond menopause. If you're interested in lunar cycles, learning about moon wisdom and how the moon impacts various organs, systems, hormones, and even fascia, please subscribe to this channel and give me a thumbs up so others can find me in the YouTube universe. As we are finishing up this July's moon cycle, the opposite of self-reflection and spiritual maturity is happening. So many negative projections and formative patterns that are still operating on autopilot are resurfacing. Yes, right now. The inner child is coming out with a vengeance. Many of us are already getting caught up in a stubborn pattern of karmic looping. So I'm not surprised that we will be processing so much of this during this coming August moon cycle. And no wonder it's going to be an intense one, especially around the full moon. Let me give you a quick heads up on this full moon on August 19th. It's going to be blindingly bright, big, and bold, and full of turbulence. So you will see and experience events that can be explained by these words. This full moon will reflect deep layers of unresolved friction, both personally and globally. This month, we will continue to see old patterns and beliefs not willing to give way to the new that easily, whether that is in your household, organization that you're a part of, local politics, Middle East, or even US government, or maybe the government of where you live. And this same energy will play out in your body as well. So perhaps like old rashes, old aches, old gut issues, maybe injuries that you sustained years ago, previously dealt with, and maybe you thought you healed, they will all begin to surface again. Maybe even old infections. So things like that can resurface at various moon phases, which I will go over during the Moon Wisdom Call on August 3rd. And I'll put the link below, so take a look at that. But just be aware of that. I would pay close attention to this great tension between the old and new right around the full moon. And take good care of your physical balance, literally in your ankles, feet, legs, hips, right and left side of your body, and front and back, even north to south process of your body that I speak often. And the Democratic National Convention starts at full moon, okay, during this time that I'm speaking about right now. So in the middle of the Mercury retrograde as well. So really anything can happen, and it might not go as smoothly as people hope it would. So, in your own personal life, do what you can to stay in your sovereignty, in your integrity. And this is another reason to work on your stance, like physical stance, how you stand, how you occupy the surface of this earth, and how to show up fully and take your space. We did one of the most powerful meditations on this during my Dragon Year video, where I introduced you to 9 different attributes and qualities you will need to tap into this year. So please review that video. And if you've never seen it, you haven't seen it, or you want to see it again, I will put the link below as well. And again, I will go over this in more detail during my monthly Moon Wisdom Call. So please join me. It's recorded, so if you can't make it live, you have the entire month of August to rewatch it and support your moon journey. And I will, again, put the link below for that too. This month's moon cycle, especially this full moon leading up to full moon, is something all of us need to be aware of and have a sense of how to surf the waves and support yourself so you don't get your feet caught in the waves and get dragged back into outmoded and obsolete thinking and patterns. I was watching the Olympic surfing competition in Tahiti with those gigantic waves, and beautiful water. Those waves are spectacular and unbelievably powerful. But we have to be prepared for those huge waves in our lives too. We have to be training continuously to surf them. And this month's dynamic and intense moon cycle gives us the chance to start training for life's Olympics. And I will be sure to share some tools and all of us to be able to surf these dynamic and intense waves during the August moon wisdom call. Although we have just entered the last quarter moon, we're already getting stirred up inside and outside, and it's getting messier. This is because we are straddling the old and the new. I'm already experiencing many examples of the changing of the guard. Some are leaving this earth rather quickly without giving those of us who are still here on this earth much time to process. It's quite unnerving at times. So we really need to remain flexible, strong, steady, and most importantly, focused, much like those world-class gymnasts that inspire us all. Right now, we are looking forward to the future, as well as looking backward to the past. Many of us feel pulled in multiple directions right now, but we need both directions, the future and the past. And when the old world and old patterns are being released and let go of, and the new is entering, it's always messy and it can look chaotic. And this can be disconcerting and even alarming to all of us. So let's just imagine example of like moving, okay? Like you're moving from your home to another home, maybe an apartment to another apartment, things like that. While packing up and getting rid of old items, the place looks utterly disorderly. And before you can even move into your new place, you have to attend to your old place. Perhaps replace the worn out carpet, repair broken items, repaint and remove what no longer serves the next person. And when you finally move into your new place, it takes time to unpack, organize, redecorate, and make it cozy and comfortable for you again. So you can support your new vision, right? And step into new expression of who you are becoming. That's what is happening all over the place right now, at every level of our lives, internally, externally, from the maybe your local government to the politics of your country, to what's happening in your household, to maybe the community that you're a part of, your company that you work for or you own. It's having effects on everything that you see and you touch. We're definitely starting out the month of August with lots of moving parts. This dark moon into the new moon, which is right now that I'm recording right now here, it's not going to feel as calming and grounding and, maybe set some time for reflections and things like that. I mean, I still encourage you to do that when you can, but it's a lot tougher going into this really dynamic August. But you are ready for this intense and powerful month and this August moon cycle, and to show up fully, motivated to upgrade your inner life and attend to your fullest potential. That's what we are right now preparing for, and that's what you're going to be practicing, and that's what you're going to be experiencing all throughout the August moon cycle. I'm learning so much from focusing on this like monthly moon cycles, the subtle and not so subtle differences from month to month, one cycle to the next. It's quite challenging to be in the moon's classroom, but I really love it. And I'm so glad I decided to offer the monthly moon wisdom class. So I look forward to exploring more with you as we surf this tumultuous and powerful moon cycle, so we can all grow and shine brightly together. Thank you for watching, and may you continue to practice being on this earth, especially during the August moon cycle. Namaste.